I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are,
believe
the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He pulled his legs back to him.
He pulled his legs back in like he was bracing for impact because Jayda Wayda just cracked open a secret that's shaking the internet to its core. She didn't drop a name directly, but the hints she left were so clear that fans are saying she basically confirmed who's been whispering in Lil Baby's ear and possibly funding his whole lifestyle. And yes, it's the exact same name everyone's been side-eyeing for months. She didn't hop on live and call the man out, but her posts...
Rubin was never hugging me. You know what I'm saying? I was dapping Kuzman up, and Mike happy to see me. He ran over there, and we started like wrestling, like touching it. And a picture, Mike, one of my real good friends, we had a party with goddamn 200-300 people. There's nothing weird could go on with all these people in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get on the internet and go back and forth and like, I told him, man, that's a crazy looking picture, you know what I'm saying?
Her sudden moves and the whispers from people around her painted the picture loud and clear. Online, fans are convinced Jada just lit a spotlight on one of the most powerful figures in Lil Baby's inner circle. The same man tied to that viral white party photo, the private jet rides, the courtside seats, and those billionaire connections that never quite added up. And here's where things really heat up. People don't just believe this guy is backing Lil Baby financially. The tea is that Jada allegedly walked away after finding out the so-called mentorship wasn't just about money, but might have been way more personal. That's why the timing of her posts, the receipts, and the way she's carrying herself now has everyone convinced she just blew the lid off the one name Lil Baby has been desperate to keep out of headlines. Before diving into the receipts, Jada herself even admitted she tried to give things with Lil Baby another chance, but it just didn't work. To a lot of people, that wasn't just a casual comment. That was a breadcrumb. And once she dropped that, fans didn't have to think twice. They already had the name in mind, and it took them straight back to that infamous photo, Michael Rubin's white party. That picture hit different. Lil Baby, front and center, Rubin right there beside him, and another guest, leaning in so close it looked like they were glued together. It wasn't just a group shot. The angle, the body language, the smirks. It had people screenshotting like paparazzi on overtime. And then, boom! 50 Cent reposted it with a caption basically screaming, "What's really going on here?" That's when the internet went into meltdown mode. From that point, it wasn't just laughs and memes anymore. Fans started saying this wasn't just friendship. This was confirmation. The sugar daddy talk stuck like glue, the deal rumors grew louder, and suddenly every single sighting of Lil Baby with Rubin or any other big money figure was being dissected frame by frame, like it was evidence in a courtroom. And if you've been paying attention over the years, you already know Lil Baby has been moving in that circle, front and center. He even tried to downplay that viral white party picture, saying Michael Rubin is actually his boy and they were just play wrestling when the shot was snapped. Nothing serious, just a goofy moment caught on camera, or so he says. But even with that explanation, people are still side-eyeing the whole thing. Because if it's really nothing, why does the story keep getting messier? The gambling story is what keeps haunting him. Lil Baby himself admitted he blew through nearly $9 million in under 2 days. A loss so wild it had people questioning if he was spiraling. And who swoops in to fix it? Rubin. According to Baby, Rubin personally called up casinos to get him banned so he couldn't keep throwing money away. Now to some fans, that sounds like a loyal friend saving him from himself. But to the ones convinced about the DL whispers, it doesn't feel like friendship at all. It feels like someone protecting their investment, like making sure the person they've got stays in line and close by. And here's where things get even stranger. For the longest time, Lil Baby was proud of the fact that he had no tattoos. He said it in interviews, bragging about how keeping a clean image helped him move through business circles without being boxed in by stereotypes. It was part of his brand, part of what made him stand out. So when fans finally spotted his first tattoos, it was already headline news. But the real shock wasn't just that he got inked, it was where? Right on his inner thighs. Nobody expected that, and the internet went wild the second they saw it. The timeline was instantly buzzing, asking, why there, of all places? Then came the performance that really lit the fire. Lil Baby hit the stage in shorts, a tank top, and a pink belt, moving, dancing, and yanking his shorts up just enough to flash the ink. The crowd lost it, the cameras zoomed in, and suddenly those thigh tattoos weren't just body art. They were the centerpiece of a whole new wave of speculation. It didn't take long before fans had their phones out, screen recording every second, zooming in, and reposting the clips with captions that were anything but subtle. Some folks shrugged it off, saying Lil Baby was just showing off his fresh tattoos and feeling himself. But others? They tied it straight back into the DL whispers, calling it a soft launch for a whole different side of him. And once that narrative caught fire, it was everywhere. Lil Baby couldn't ignore it anymore, so he tried to shut it down on Lil Yachty's podcast. He admitted the jokes weren't funny to him, and even claimed he pulled security footage from the white party to prove the hug was quick and harmless. But here's the problem. He never actually released that footage. And online, when you say, "I've got proof," but never drop it, people assume the proof isn't on your side. Instead of silencing the noise, it only fed the rumor mill with even more fuel. And this is where things stop looking like coincidence. Because if there's one name that always gets dragged back into the conversation when people trace Lil Baby's patterns, it's James Harden. And let's be real, their friendship hasn't exactly been low-key. They've been seen courtside together, flying out together, and popping up at big events like a package deal. But the moment that really locked people in was Harden's jaw-dropping birthday gift back in 2020. He didn't just hand over a card or a bottle of champagne. He pulled up with a Prada duffel bag stuffed with $100,000 in cash, a Richard Mille watch worth a small fortune, and honey buns. Yes, actual honey buns. The video of Baby unzipping that bag and grinning went viral instantly, and the internet hasn't stopped replaying it since. To some, it was nothing more than a rich friend flexing. No harm, no foul. But others, they saw it as part of a bigger story. One viral comment that had everyone laughing and side-eyeing at the same time read, "Lil Baby been giving his honey buns to Harden." And just like that, the theory snowballed again. Because here's the truth. The internet doesn't need concrete evidence. All it takes is a couple flashy moments, a few inside jokes, and suddenly the storyline feels real. Harden's birthday stunt became one of the core receipts in the case against Lil Baby's image. And it wasn't even the last one, because not long after that, the two were spotted arm in arm again, this time making headlines all the way in Paris for Fashion Week 2021. At the time, people brushed it off as just another unlucky moment. But looking back now, fans have folded it straight into the pattern. Another headline with Harden, another flashy moment clipped into the endless compilation videos that track Lil Baby's every move. And here's where the story stretches even further. Because over time, the whispers didn't stop with Harden. Rumors started swirling about Lil Baby and other artists too, with people even throwing Juice WRLD's name into the mix. Nothing confirmed, no real proof, but for fans who already believe, it all ties together like puzzle pieces. Then came the chaos that nearly broke the internet. A leaked tape. A blurry clip started spreading online, showing someone who looked like Lil Baby allegedly getting involved with another man. The second it hit the timeline, it exploded! Lil Baby was forced to clap back directly. He hopped on social media and wrote, "Y'all gotta stop using my name and likeness when y'all get bored. The extremes MFs go to for clout is sick. Ain't no mystery in my history on no level. This my last time addressing any kind of dumb clickbait. TF is wrong with y'all? No flaws, no cap in my raps." But instead of silencing the rumors, the post just made the DL talk roar back even louder. And then it got even messier. Instagram model Teresa Lava went on a podcast and hinted at a personal run-in with Lil Baby, dropping just enough to make people raise eyebrows. She didn't spill the full story, but the way she worded it gave the rumor pages exactly what they needed to run wild. Suddenly, the one-night stand whispers were everywhere. Through all of this, Jada has stayed cool and collected. No confirmations, no denials, just focused on her businesses, her bag, and keeping the co-parenting line with Baby steady. But the truth is, rumors like this never die down. They just reload. Every time Lil Baby pops up at another event, hits the stage, or gets spotted with the same high-powered names, the theory gets dragged right back into the spotlight like clockwork. So maybe the question isn't if it's true or not. Maybe the real question is, what's the next bombshell that's about to drop? And trust me, when it does, the internet won't just watch, it'll explode. If you want to stay locked in for every messy twist and every shocking receipt, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because this story is far from over.